Hi. It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for I Forgot to Put Us in the Show again.
It's time, once again, for everybody. Greg fucked up.
I mean, that's true, too.
It's time for the Greg Cherry Show.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's the wrong show. Go ahead. You're good. That's the Muppet Show. That's okay. We'll take it. That's right.
We're all in a good mood.
I will do the whole song. Like, JJ will be mad at me for not doing it when he's not here, but I will do the whole Muppet Show thing. I don't give a shit right now.
Hey, I get enough emails about copyright stuff. I don't need more.
Hey, you know what? To be fair, that boy Sports Bar yesterday, I thought I was under 10 seconds playing the no, hey, hey, goodbye to Bill Belichick in the playoffs, but obviously I was not. So I got pinged for that one yesterday.
Well, you don't have to just say that about the playoffs. You can just say that about Belichick now because Patriots are cutting them at the end of the season.
Reportedly.
Yeah, I just saw that a little earlier today. That the Patriots and Belichick are parting ways at the end of the season.
The source is TMZ Sports. And Belichick and the Patriots are reportedly looking to be parting ways mutually at the end of the season.
Dude, I am buying myself a double at the club for the hockey game tonight for that.
That's as a whole, not just as coach. That's as GM as well.
Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah. Now,
I still don't think he's going to drop duties, but
he's been dropping dookies all season, so it doesn't matter. Anyway,
Thankfully, he didn't drop a dookie this past Thursday, but
can we not? Okay, you know what, Josh, you're going to get banned like right now. It's going to be a thing.
Well, before we get into that, Josh, you should really try this stuff that I have.
Oh,
yeah. You're not going to say anything?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I was going to say you should try this cup that I just got.
What cup?
I saw glasses.
What? I didn't catch
that. Yeah, shit, come on. Shut the fuck up, Josh.
The joke is lost now. He missed it.
That's okay. I'm going to find the video clip for no. We're good. We're good. Well,
you have to explain the joke. It failed.
Yeah. It's how moments are.
That was sad.
Like the Patriots looked like freaking Brady was leading them against the Steelers. It was just absurd. Like I don't know what it is. Like last week was probably the worst week of Steelers football I've watched in my entire fandom. Like that, it was terrible. It was. How do you explain getting your ass whipped by the Cardinals? Like that game wasn't even close.
No. And
the Patriots won. They just, first of all, that was an offsides on the Patriots. The Chiefs want to bitch about the offsides that happened to them.
Oh, right.
You guys can piss off because the offsides that happened on the Patriots that was called a false start on the Steelers was complete horseshit.
Complete, like copious amounts.
Every single person in that stadium on both teams, the announcers,
even the commentary booth wasn't happy.
Thought it was an offsides, and the referee called it a false start. How are you guys the only fucking people on the field who don't know what's going on the field?
Seriously, how many? Okay, but how many thousands of people in that stadium? How many millions of people watching at home? I feel like I'm doing a Triple H DX intro. And the one person that needs to see it doesn't see it.
That's like officiating has been incredibly like we always make fun of it. Like the referees cost it. They have sucked this year. And then they for talking bad about the league. They get better fucking officials.
I mean, it's getting bad in the NBA too. I mean, Jeff, you're a basketball fan now?
No, I'm not actually.
No? Okay.
Hockey, though. We can talk about hockey. And actually, I was going to say the referees in hockey actually be getting better.
They are getting better in hockey, at least. Players are getting ejected for arguing calls in basketball. Like,
well, I mean, to be fair,
they're also getting fined or thrown out of games for punching people in the face.
That's understandable. But going even to the fines, like not just all the penalties, but the fines that the league has been dishing out to players for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
It's been ridiculous this year for the NFL officials.
It seems to me that the NBA and the NFL are both trying to get the players under control, especially the NBA. The NBA players, at least in my observation, because the only time I hear about NBA players not being an NBA fan is when they're causing trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that there's so a prolific amount of it on Sports Center or the other news, the other sports shows, it's like maybe they do need to rein them in a bit. But the excessive amount is what's killing it. And I've always been one of those don't blame the referees. You know, if your gameplay is good enough, you should be able to calm the referees and the officials. But with shit like went down with the Patriots and the Steelers, it's like, no, that's unacceptable. Everybody and their freaking mother saw that call for what it was, except the actual person that made the damn call.
And whether that would have factored into the end of the game or not, whether Trubisky would have actually been able to put together a successful drive, we will never know. But the fact of the matter is,
on the point,
it cost the Steelers time. It might have cost them the game. Granted, I don't have any faith in Trubisky. He's washed.
That's fair.
The Steelers don't have a decent quarterback. We don't have a decent offense. It's dire times in the Steel City, and we're still the 6th seed in the playoff. So makes sense.
Not exactly.
Oh yeah. For the record, Greg, I am trying my best as Browns fan to feel bad for the Steelers with that loss. I am trying.
I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just venting. Because I know Browns fans have had to deal with complete garbage since they returned in 99. Like, I've had one moment of glory, which is still hold above my head, and that's it. So, like, I know you guys don't have any problem with it. And if somehow your 4th-string quarterback takes the Browns further in the playoffs, even though I don't think that's going to happen because I think Flacco went back to the practice squad, then you can lord that over us. But
welcome to how we feel.
Well, but that's pretty the point. Much. Yeah.
Right now, I believe every team in the AFC North is, if the season ended today, every AFC North team is in the playoffs.
Right, which is absolutely fucking crazy.
Yeah, that is bizarre.
If you guys want to talk crazy, Denver is 1 win away from being tied for the division.
How? Not allowed.
Fuck that.
Right.
Like Patrick Mahomes is showing up in the middle of the season and throw his fit about the offsides call on Kadarius Toney. That was the right call. So shut up, Mahomes. You want us to call off a bad holding call. Shut up.
Greg. You understand what's happening here? This is all part of the booking of the angle.
Yes.
Now we're coming to the point that Paige Van Zandt was talking about, where it's all a big giant work, because now we're having the point there's strife between him and his team, and Taylor's not there to console him. It's all part of the grand booking of it.
But Taylor was there. Taylor was lost against the Bills because they showed her on screen.
Well, then he went back to the hotel, and she didn't console him properly because obviously he's still pissy.
Well, I mean, that's Kelsey. That's not Holmes.
Yeah, Travis Kelsey is who.
Well, but I don't really care. I plan not paying attention to what I'm talking about. That's okay. Either way, the Chiefs.
Because the Cowboys whooped on the Eagles.
You know, every once in a while, I get my prayers answered from whatever divine intervention I get that Christmas will be quieter and calmer, because going into Thanksgiving, the Cowboys had an amazing Thanksgiving game, or a game that Thanksgiving Day, but the Eagles had also won that week. So it's like, oh shit, I couldn't hold it over. They whooped on the Eagles decisively. Yes. So if my aunt comes in here Christmas Eve for dinner and it says shit, you're like, all right, give her a turkey, sit your ass on the porch.
And so yeah, Jeff, you won. Maddie, you guys won. And Browns, take that, Tony Khan.
Oh God, it has so nothing to do with Tony Khan. Tony Khan's life is fucked up enough as it is.
Oh, you're the one who made the blasted comment, so I want to hear it.
Well, no, I did, and that's because I just find it funny that wasn't WWE in Jacksonville recently, or like in Florida recently, and they've had every NFL belt so far, but don't show that one. Don't show that one on the air.
You took it off. It was Tony Khan's decision to take it off WWE shop.
Oh, well, that's just sad on Tony's part, then, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it's not like AEW can have a deal just for an exclusive Jaguars one, because
yeah. What's the point of taking out? Why not let? Because I'm pretty sure there's a deal in place where the teams get a percentage of that revenue, if not like the whole thing, because they don't get the whole thing. WWE gets the majority of it. I understand that, but that's that. Say that again.
Surprised he didn't just go along with it. Like, let WWE give him some money. Like, wouldn't that just be like the best passive income of all time? Your opposing company makes you money.
Yeah. Especially the way that people have flocked away from the wrestling company. Let's just let the WWE making money on the NFL side. Why be that guy?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and the WWE's been great about showing those belts off. Gargano this past Monday, Gregory, you and Sean, in your Twitter comments.
Hey, you know what? They are allowed, and I'll tell you why. Because
we both agree that we hate the Browns.
Hey, Sean said before if the Bengals didn't make the playoffs, he wanted the Browns to do it, just to completely fuck with the AFC North.
I agree with that.
If you're not a Steelers fan in the AFC North, you hate the Steelers. Like, that's the way it is. Like, there's no mutual respect. You either the Steelers hate the Steelers, and there's no middle ground. So, like, at least let Sean and I have that. Like,
no.
Bengals, even though the Steelers did beat Cincinnati a couple weeks ago.
The Bengals beat Cincinnati? That'd be difficult.
Yeah, the Steelers beat Cincinnati.
Okay. Hey, you know what, Josh? He's allowed to have it because you lose to the Patriots. We should all give him a giant collective hug because the Patriots shouldn't be winning any games, period, right now, and they still did.
But
so
no
Bills too. So it's like,
yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Can Josh Allen please just show up?
Right
at this point, like he's got the Madden curse hard this year.
Oh yeah,
I feel bad for the guy.
I knew the Madden curse was going to hit him bad this year.
Yeah, for real.
I don't know if it's completely his fault. Like,
no, it's not.
Because I have him as my fantasy quarterback, and he's put up great stats. So it's not necessarily his fault. He still has his interception problem. But aside, you got to rely on more than just one player to win a game. If you are relying on one player's health to get you through a season, you're not going to have a successful season because what if that player goes down? Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
All of our guys, Watson, Chubb, Delpit. Need I go on?
Oh, I don't want to hear it. The Ravens are so fucking hurt.
Not as bad as we are.
No. You know what though? The guy that shouldn't be hearing complaints is God. Who's the Saints quarterback? That guy is so injured and so beat up. Marco Farley's thrown to his lineman.
I feel so bad for Zach.
What the hell was that?
I feel so bad for Zach.
I did. Oh, by the way, Greg, I briefly moved rooms real quick just so we can make sure we get this out there. So give me 1 second.
Shut the fuck up, Josh. Yeah, okay. You're muted.
Is that by design?
Oh, he tells us to keep going. Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So, Maddie, you wanted to speak about your Broncos being victorious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What is this? We've won 6 of our last 7 games.
How?
All of a sudden, the fire. Pretty sure that fire from all the weed being smoked is finally under the Broncos' ass.
Yeah, it's without a doubt, man. This is a ride. This is a ride, and we beat the holy horse shit out of the Chargers, and now they have to deal with a quarterback whose first name is Easton, last name is Stick. I can only think of a hockey stick.
Right.
And yeah.
I've literally got an Easton goalie stick right in the next room here, signed by like every Kings goalie since I've been alive. It's funnier than hell you said it like that.
I will say, I'm not looking forward to Saturday. The Lions just lost to the Bears, and we've got the Lions in prime time.
Ooh.
What?
Falcons are such a weird team this year.
They are.
Be so good, and then they lose the teams that they shouldn't. I mean, it's the Pittsburgh problem. Well, except the Lions are actually good.
The Lions scare me. I feel like we're gonna get our shit rocked this Saturday.
Please. I love you, Maddie, but you can't make the playoffs.
I need to make the playoffs. You have no idea how bad I need the Broncos to be in the playoffs.
You don't know how bad I need the Browns to be in the playoffs. Jeff's Cowboys are good. He's fine. Steelers are screwed. We have a hopefully easy schedule.
If by some Tomlin is a miracle that they still make the playoffs, you can't count out because they make up. Watch this Steelers team that has zero offense and a clusterfuck defense somehow make the Super Bowl, because then nothing will make sense.
Run the table.
You mean like us, with everyone down and injured? Yeah. If somehow the three of us, or the four of us, AFC boys, make the playoffs, that'll be, I don't know.
No, it's three AFC boys.
NFC East, yeah.
I said 3 AFC, I thought.
You said 3 and then you said 4.
No.
How about that Vikings-Raiders offensive?
That
I said the game. What was it last week? The Patriots game, the 6-0 game was ugly. Man, that Raiders game was sorry, not the Raiders. Vikings game was just abysmal. It's hard to watch.
Not seen that much exciting offense in any type of match since Charmel versus Jenna Maraska at Victory Road.
So you meant offensive to the eyes?
Yes.
This football game, I can guarantee you, will be on my friend Urinating Tree's YouTube channel just a little bit as one of the greatest games in NFL history.
Yeah, this Saturday, of course, the Steelers decide during our Christmas party to play. Like I it's my own fault for not looking at the schedule.
Wait, so you're playing during the Christmas party?
Yeah, the Steelers and Colts are happening during the Christmas party. Like we're still gonna have quite frankly, like I was planning on going 4 to 8 because I know we're gonna have a few guests here. We're gonna be able to watch stuff and whatever. It might just become a Steelers Colts watch along.
Okay,
that'll be fun.
I was about to say that'd be funny because immediately after is the Broncos fucking Lions.
Yeah. Well, the Browns have the Bears. That should be an easy game for them.
I swear to God, if you guys lose to the Bears, I swear to God, Josh.
The Bears won the other night, so yeah.
They shit. Bears lost to 2-10 teams back to back, which has never happened before in NFL history.
Congratulations,
NFL history. So did we. By the way, this past weekend make history. Winning with our fourth quarterback for the season.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You guys could all tune into the games on TV one, or you can just watch along with Greg and everybody when they're here this weekend. Either way, it's all good.
Because I know Daisy's supposed to be from.
Oh, nice. There you go.
Ella J is going to be here. She's going to be here at the top of the show on Saturday. We're going to play some Jackbox games.
Let's go.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
That might my mind off of how poorly the Steelers are doing.
Dude, watch. This is the game that Mitch Trubisky puts up 400 yards through the air.
You're funny.
It is the Colts.
And?
Exactly.
One of the last times the Steelers played the Colts, it's not the last. It was a few years ago. Roethlisberger put up over 500 yards against the Colts. And I think that was another 6-touchdown game. He had 2 back-to-back 6-touchdown games, one against the Ravens, Colts.
I do remember that.
If Trubisky puts up a 6-touchdown performance, I'll shave my head.
Clip that. We heard it.
Go for it. I doubt there are 6 touchdowns scored in that game.
This is also accurate.
That is very valid.
So the only problem with that is if it does happen, then if that happens and then JJ's prophecy comes true about all 4 of those women in the Royal Rumble, you're going to be covered yourself in chocolate sauce with a bald head. It's going to be a very odd New Year and Christmas. It's
very sexy Christmas.
The sexy yes.
I've taken a very safe route with both of those bets.
No, I agree with that
because I don't think the Steelers put up the last like 6 weeks. So
no, that's fair.
Only he's allowed to be covered in chocolate sauce.
No.
It's going to be strawberry syrup this time around.
Yay.
Yeah. Gee, I need to not be part of that conversation anymore. No, Greg copped to because JJ had predicted that Deonna Purrazzo and Camille and Jade Cargill, and if she's signed and debuts Julia, would all be in the Women's Royal Rumble. And Greg is so steadfast that will not happen. And it has to be all 4 of them for the bet to go through. That Greg would do the entire Greg Cherry show after that, which would be the February 1st show. No, January 31st episode, completely covered in chocolate sauce.
I think Greg's safe.
I think he is too.
I don't see of all the names on there. I don't see Julia Hart jumping ship.
No, not Julia Hart.
Oh,
Julia from Stardom.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Julia Hart. That was my bad.
At least 2 of those names are going to have to go through NXT first.
It's like if it was Julia Hart, then yeah, I'd make that bet every day, twice on Sunday.
Yeah, she's a reigning TBS champion for Christ's sakes. Yeah,
that's why I got confused.
No, and Josh, you realize that NXT people can be in the Royal Rumble too, right?
Yes, but I would not see them putting them from NXT in the Rumble. If anyone from NXT currently is going to be in the Rumble, I would go with Tiffany Stratton, Blair Davenport, Nikita, Cora. I got 2 I'd go with.
I wouldn't see them do anything. They booked the reigning women's knockouts champion in the Royal Rumble match. Still not out there.
That I'm aware, but...
Okay. So she worked for the company, and she was in the Royal Rumble.
Right, she was a free agent.
No, she was an Impact wrestler. She was
champion, but she wasn't under exclusive contract to Impact. That's why she was able to be in there. She said this before, that she was not on an exclusive Impact contract.
Okay. I don't think it matters when you walk out there with the world championship around your waist.
Fair, I get your point. I'm just saying I don't think that if Camille and Julia went to NXT within the next month, that they'd automatically show up in the Rumble.
Yeah, it's highly unlikely, in all likelihood, that I got quote them at least once, right?
Right.
You're gonna see all 4 of them debut in the same match. Like
the odds are very long. Absolutely.
You might see Jade. By the way, prayers go out to Jade, who lost her.
Oh
yes.
This week, the odds are against it that Jade, Julia, Deonna, and who am I forgetting?
Camille.
That all 4 of them are going to debut, because I feel like that's almost overload to the wrestling brain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't 97 where you're going to get 4 AAA guys in the same match. You know,
that was also a rare thing in that they were in San Antonio and that AAA was about 5 minutes walk down the road.
Good point.
I will say there's a greater chance of the Boss coming back in the Rumble than those 4.
Hey, that is not near as long a shot as it was even a week ago.
I'm aware of this. That's why I said it. Now, question is who wins the Rumble is the question. No. We're not doing winning Rumble yet. We're not even in freaking out of December yet.
Let's get to next year. The Rumble show that we're going to do is the week after Luck of the Draw. That's when we're doing that one. Because that's going to be a busy week. Because Luck of the Draw is January 17th. We got that Saturday, I'm doing Price is Right on open mic night.
Yes.
And then the following week is going to be
the Rumble itself.
Yeah, it's going to be the Rumble. The Rumble draw. Do you think that we should actually donate the $5 this year? Because typically with the host, we got freebies.
Yeah.
Do you think add to the pool this year? And we need to figure out a cause to donate the remaining 50%.
I'd be okay with that.
We'll figure that out as time. Your Cowboys got the Bills on Sunday.
Yeah, and in previous years I'd be like, okay, whatever. But the Bills are something to talk about this year. So I'm definitely like, okay, we got the Eagles beat. We're technically, I don't know if we're the head of the division because we beat the Eagles because they beat us early in the year. I don't know how that shakes out. I haven't looked at the standings, obviously.
I think they have one more divisional win than you do.
Yeah. So, but the Bills are the Bills are one of those. It's like Detroit. You know, you can count them to be consistent, but there's those off weeks. So I'm. Let's see. Sunday is what's Sunday's date this week?
You are ahead in the division. You are number one right now.
Oh shit!
There we go. I love it. I'm here for it. Yeah, like I said, whatever it was on Meech's Musings or even set with that, Cowboys got to win out now because they got to hold it because the Eagles ain't gonna lose handily the rest of the year. It ain't going to be a thing. So the Cowboys got to win out to hold that division lead. But as far as the Bills, Sunday I will not be home to watch the game, but I'll definitely be keeping tabs on it as I travel. Same with Saturday, which is why I'm not going to be for the party or for open mic night. I'm going to. I have the family obligation I have is Paradise Kitty's Jenna's Christmas party, so I'll be down there jamming with everybody. But I'll just be keeping tabs on both days.
So the Cowboys or the Eagles, for the record, have 2 games remaining against the Giants. So
they're going to win those 2 at least.
I don't know. Tommy DeVito, baby.
That's true. DeVito pulled one out of his ass last week. So yeah.
The Giants beat the Packers, and the Packers suck. Like, I don't know if you guys follow Annie Agar on Twitter, but she's a Packers fan and she's going through.
Yeah, seeing Tom Grossi going through it on Twitter and YouTube.
Oh,
Packers. Oh.
It's bad for him. I'm sorry.
It is bad. It's really bad.
How about the Dolphins losing to the Titans on Monday night?
What the shit?
Yeah,
both Monday games were close. Man. Yeah, both Monday games were super close. It was an interesting Monday. It was an interesting way to wrap a week up for sure.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't even remember who was playing Monday. I was too busy watching CM Punk in Cleveland.
Hey, and shout out to our boy the Cleaver. Got to see that live, got to be part of that, and man, it was so fun for me as a longtime fan. Yes, even of Punk, to see Punk and Pearson there together after all those years together. It was cool. It was really cool for me to see that.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
Cody.
I know.
Mist in your face like Shinsuke. The CM Punk Seth Rollins promo, I didn't expect it for them to have an interaction on screen this quick.
Yeah.
But
for some reason I did.
I'm kind of wondering if maybe Seth loses the world title before the Rumble.
Okay.
Because I think he's supposed to have on the January 1st Raw, he's facing Drew McIntyre for the world title, right?
Correct. Day 1 Raw, as they're calling it now.
And they're running out of time for Damian Priest to cash in that Money in the Bank.
Okay.
So if he doesn't lose to Drew, what if he loses to Priest? And then Priest carries that title. You can still do Seth and Punk at WrestleMania, but not with the title involved.
I have a theory. I put it in the no DQ chat the other day, but I want to get your thoughts on it. Rollins and Punk will main event night 1, but the title will not be on the line because Rollins will not have the title. I still don't think Priest is cashing in yet. I still think we're going to wait a little bit. The main events will be, Rollins, Punk. The semi-main will be for the world title. I think Drew beats Rollins and on day one Raw, loses the title at Elimination Chamber to a returning Brock Lesnar. And then we get Lesnar and the winner of the Rumble, Gunther, at WrestleMania. For night one.
I'm not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to it either, but it feels like a lot of overbooking.
Fair enough. But
remember, you're hearing it laid out here. Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. I'm totally talking over you and making you not be able to talk. I'm sorry.
Do we need Lesnar in another title match at Mania? Do we really need that?
Everyone's trying to say Gunther versus Lesnar for the IC title. We need Gunther versus Lesnar regardless. And if you have Gunther beat Lesnar for the world title.
My only issue with that is, like Greg said, number one, we don't need Lesnar. We don't need Lesnar being a world champion again. He's at that point where he's just Brock Lesnar. He doesn't need Brock Lesnar as world champion. The other thing is, I think personally, Gunther Lesnar needs the title less than Rollins and Punk, personally. Because yes, as personal as the rivalry is with Punk and Rollins, you also have to keep in mind of what Punk said Monday night. He was supposed to challenge for the world championship. He was going to be in that discussion going into WrestleMania 30. There's also the point he made in Cleveland that the first time he became the world heavyweight champion, the original, if you will, big gold belt in WWE, that chance to defend it on pay-per-view was taken from him by force by Randy Orton. So I think him being in a world championship match in WrestleMania in the main event on night one would be exactly what he wants to do to finish his story.
And I feel like, I know I threw the Priest thing in there, but I'm rethinking it now because Punk probably signed with the intent. It's like, listen, if you want me to sign, you got to give me a main event. That's all I ever wanted. So if you give me that, I'll make nice and I'll play along. And I'll be good.
Here's what you do. You always want to have the second night. Oh, most this year wasn't a good example of that, but you want to have the second night end with the big yay, woohoo, babyface moment. They gave it to us on night one this year, and my voice was fully recovered from screaming like an idiot for Sammy and Kevin, for the record. You do that in 40. Cody has the big woohoo moment you wanted this year. Night one ends with Punk defeating Rollins, and then Priest Rollins him. Cashes in to end night one. Priest ends WrestleMania night one, the world champion, and then you have Punk and Priest go into WrestleMania Backlash, or actually Backlash in France.
They're not called WrestleMania Backlash.
No, I know. I'm being a schmutz about it because I can. Yeah, but yeah, I am perfectly okay with Punk and Priest or whatever main eventing the show in France, because that way you've got a different appeal for a Backlash show.
I think they Corbin up and give him a championship match on the Backlash show, because Baron Corbin has a massive fan following in France. Give him a spotlight. Give him a championship. It has been 6 years since he's held a championship in WWE.
And that was the U.S. title run, wasn't it?
That was the U.S. title run, and it was only a couple months. Like, he beat AJ Dillinger in the triple threat, and then he lost it again in a triple threat to Ziggler, and I think Rude was the other person in that match.
By the way, how over was Corbin of the Iron Claw premiere? Holy shit.
They loved him.
It's probably because he just took that picture with Taylor Swift at the Chiefs game.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably didn't hurt him.
No. Now, Jeff, you were saying for night 2 of WrestleMania, ends with Cody getting his big moment. Here's my other bold prediction for night 2 of WrestleMania. Cody gets his big moment. I know, Cody gets his big moment, but he's not going to be in the main event. He'll be facing Orton for the title. If we get Roman and Rock, that's main eventing, and it shouldn't be for the title.
We need to let Rock being there go.
I'm
sorry. Okay. My bolder prediction is we're not going to see The Rock in the ring at WrestleMania 40.
Fair enough.
I still believe that's if it's one of those. They had a perfect opportunity to do it this year. He wasn't working during WrestleMania season this year. He sure as shit wasn't working most of the year, right, Strike? This would have been the year to do it. And again, I know the synergy with Philly, and he main evented his first Mania at Philly, and it was across the. I get it, okay, but the only way for me that Rock and Roman really works, if you put it in the main event, it works too, is if the other night has the Jimmy J blow off. That way you've got the Anawahi family just having that showcase. Mm-hmm. Which again, their office facility, I believe, is also in the Philadelphia area. So like that, the Philly's a very big WWE town. It always has been, going back to the days of the old Spectrum. So I don't have a problem with Rock Roman. We counted so much on it that I'm like, I'm good now. And to be fair, I also went really deep into Cody's going to win the title. With me, it'll be a thing, and it didn't happen. So I'm trying.
Yeah.
You interrupt me one more time, I'm going to smack you. Interrupting me. I take breaths. I'm a big fat fuck. I need to breathe in between words. Thank you. Jesus. He does it to me and JJ all the time. It drives me ape shit. It really does. Honestly, a lot of people do it, not just Josh, to be fair. And I get long-winded. But I feel like the main event should be WrestleMania, especially, should be for people that we know are going to be there and be part of it. Yes, WrestleMania moments are great, but WrestleMania should also be okay. Cool. What are we doing tomorrow night?
Mm-hmm.
Rock and Roman, either way, at this point, I don't care if it happens. The only way Roman beating Rock is essential at this point is to get his mojo back, because his championship reign has gone. So that's the only way I really care about it happening. Other than that, I am good if we never see The Rock in the ring again. Honest to God, I am.
Full disclosure, that's the only reason I was going for Rock and Roman, is because I do not care for seeing Roman Cody 2 main eventing night 2 of Mania 40, just because I'm over it.
Oh, trust and believe if they do it and they rewind it and Cody wins there, I'm going to be pissed, because they should have just done it here if that's the case.
Oh, full on. But, and I honestly do think that was more of a Vince decision. And Vince not being in creative now, this is going to be Triple H's first WrestleMania with absolute full total control. Because we remember hearing night 2 got Vinced a lot. Like, a lot of things got Vinced. So I want to see what happens with Triple H full control.
I think you're going off a lot of reports that were never fully substantiated, to be fair. I don't think night 2 was near as bad as people are saying it is. I was there, people. Other than the, oh shit, Roman actually beat Cody moment, I was fine with WrestleMania both nights. I was 100% satisfied with that event.
Besides Shane tearing his ACL.
Well, number one, I missed that because I was running around the building. Number two, that's just his own dumbass for keep trying to get in the ring. With all due respect, I know we love Shane on this show, but like, there's no point for him being there.
The real best of the world competed last year at WrestleMania.
Amen.
For about 2 seconds, and then Supek had Noop had to save the day.
Still the only.
There we go. CM Punk versus Shane McMahon for the true best in the world title. There's your WrestleMania 40 main event.
Yes.
Yes, and Shane goes over.
That's right. Special guest referee coming out to my world thing that we have the best in the world for my world. It's all good. It's all good. You're good.
I think if that happened, and I feel like if Jeff Jarrett showed up at WrestleMania, he would just have a conniption.
I'd be okay with that though. That'd be funny.
But remember, he was in the Street Profits, and Usos match and didn't really do anything. Like he didn't add anything to the match. It was weird.
It was such a weird weekend because he was on SmackDown and then he refereed the match at SummerSlam and then he was in the middle of the main event of the Flair's last match and just he had so much heat you could have freaking melted a damn fried an egg on the ring mat in Nashville. Holy Christ! Him and Jay both, to be fair.
Hitting Darby with the guitar.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett has had the weirdest year and a half of his career, like by a lot. It's so bizarre.
And then he left WWE within the week and showed up on AEW to Big G's reaction.
But again, it was one of those. Like he was a WWE executive that just happened to be part of the program for Conrad stuff because Conrad and WWE get along most of the time. But yeah, to have him just go from that, and like you said, he was on AEW TV in the fall. It was last fall, and he's still now getting that reaction when he goes on television. It's like, man, this is Jeff Jarrett. I'm watching 1999 WWE television right after Owens passing, and he was just such a hated, despised son of a bitch. That was 25 years ago, and he still looks better than half the guys on the roster now.
And he's still as hated.
And he still is hated. Seriously, you play that song anywhere in this country, especially or in Mexico. My God, you play it in Mexico. You want to have bulletproof stuff on. Holy hell! Like I'm not even lying. Bulletproof and like armored stuff, so you don't get stabbed. But it's Jeff Jarrett in 2023-24. I love it. I do. I'm an agent of chaos. I love that shit.
That's because you go back 20 years and you remember the Jarrett reign of terror with the NWA World's Heavyweight Championship.
Oh. You know what though?
Great times.
It's great. It's good looking back on it now as a retrospective fan and somebody who understands the business. It's like, okay, I get why he did it.
Still pissed that I spent money to watch Jarrett beat Monty Brown in the main event. That's what pissed me off because I wanted Monty Brown to become the NWA World.
Absolutely,
everybody did. You don't know Monty Brown? No way.
Who? And this is where Jeff and Greg both get.
You're too young to be here.
I'm older than Maddie, but than Daddy. Yes. Oh, here comes.
Just keep it rolling.
Again, damn it. Yes, we know, Jeff. Oh, for goodness gracious sakes!
Did you watch the WWE ECW?
Not really.
Never mind. That was going to be my only hope as I realized who Marcus Corvon was.
Okay.
That is worth a watch, though.
I only know him from the video game. I only know him from the one SmackDown vs. 2009 video game.
I thought you were going for the Iron Claw, Jeff. I saw you going like this. It's like, well, that's Baron von Raschke.
I mean, I am kind of going for the Iron Claw. I'm just waiting for the clip to upload. It's just taking forever because his computer is so slow today.
Oh, you're uploading the other clip. Gotcha.
Yeah, the other clip. It's coming. Just hang on. It'll go. Anyway, yeah. Keep talking.
Yes. We all know I am still baby when it comes to.
I don't get no. No excuse. There is no excuse anymore. How? Because there is archive footage of every single thing, be it TNA. That was the wrong clip. No wonder it took so damn long. Okay.
I've not gone back to watch anything when I started watching TNA. I haven't watched really anything ECW or WCW. Like. Sorry.
Okay, so here's the thing: the fact that it's one thing that Monty Brown is not going back and watching stuff. That's fine. I get that. Like I can understand that. But to know him because of Marcus Corvon, which was the WWE CW version, which was just the Drizzly Shits, and then only because of the video game, like, dude, like, oh, it hurts, Josh. It hurts. You hurt my lack of soul with shit like that.
Tune in this Saturday for the Greg Cherry Show, Chris. Starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, we'll be having some special guests. We'll be having some games. If you want to donate to do some wheel spins, that's fine. I'll probably have to wait till after the.
Okay.
You okay, Daddy?
That one hurt me.
Right? It hurt him so bad he had to go expel a demon out of his ass at the sheer shock of it. And Josh, not knowing who Monty Brown is, only based on Orcus Carvad, is that like?
What are you, a fucking piece of shit?
I mean, serious.
Our scumbag himself. Hey, at least I did what he told me, and I was very popular.
Oh, my fucking ribs.
I was in the same room with you guys. Like, what would have been said?
Dude, the stuff I didn't record, I think, would have either got me thrown off YouTube or got me an Emmy. Like, I'm dead ass serious. Either way, I'm okay with it, by the way, because I'm causing shit no matter what. So it's okay.
E-type stuff.
What's that?
The XMV level of inappropriate.
No, it wasn't so much like culture cancel stuff. It was just a lot of language, more so than we got in the promo, which is saying something because he cussed quite a bit. But there was also a lot of, and again, I'm not telling tales because there were other people around. Like there was a lot of discussion about what went down with Punk's departure and just how people don't understand how that truly fucked everybody. Like it there were plans and shit in place and just people just couldn't be grown-ups. We talked about earlier how much Roman's reign has, dwindled. Max's booking as AEW champion, none of it his fault has been fucked because of what's going on with Punk and everything like that. And he has a legitimate gripe to be mad at Phil Brooks. I don't begrudge him that. I am happy for Phil if Phil is happy where he is. Totally understand that, and that's fine. But knowing that people couldn't behave themselves long enough to make money. If you're in this business for any other reason than making money, and you can't make that money because your mentality is skewed, then that's a problem. And it's been a problem across the board with AEW. And
part of me, how much of that problem was Punk? Because I a big chunk of it that was.
Say one more time.
I said I think there was a chunk of it that was the Reseda boys.
Okay. I will tell you right now. No. I knew you meant. I didn't hear you say Reseda boys because he cut out. Trust and believe. If they did not have the equity in the company and they didn't have those little brass little nameplates say EVP on it, be having a whole different discussion right now.
Yeah. Fuck the Young Bucks.
Here's the thing. We will never know the full story of what happened.
No.
We have speculation. We just have...
We do have visible bite marks on Kenny Omega's arm.
Yeah, we will never know what fully happened. Even if we talk to... even if we have a discussion with CM Punk or with the Young Bucks, they're never going to tell the full story. And Tony Khan won't tell the story because apparently it's a big legal issue. So,
yeah, again, you and I talked about when I was on the show. We did the show prior to me meeting Max. The NDAs are in place, and they've been in place longer than we do.
So, I have a feeling that we will never hear that story. I don't know if there's an expiration date on NDAs, but my guess is that those are fully legally binding. So AEW goes belly up, which I'm not saying is going to happen, but if it were to ever happen, that's probably when you would get WWE doing a rise and fall of AEW TV.
Right. Yeah. The
I'll do home video anymore. That's right.
Yeah, right. The length of time on a NDA is probably about the same length of time as the current wrestling fans' attention span, which is probably why it won't matter in 5 years anyway.
This is accurate. But,
it's unfortunate, but it is that. Yeah, it's
I will say, to be honest, and I'm writing it now, my next column, I was wrong about CM Punk. There, JJ, you can clip that.
But again,
Punk too for.
Yeah,
I got roasted on Twitter that night.
It's one thing to be wrong about predicting him showing up, which, again, none of us really bought into it 100%, which is what made the shock so awesome and made the reaction so awesome when they happened, right? But there's a difference between ignorance of information and just outright being shitty about it. And a lot of us were shitty about Punk, me included. I did not allow myself to understand just how far-reaching his departure from WWE was, the reasons he left, the reasons AEW and him went south almost from jump. There was just a lot involved, and that's why people kind of ha-ha'd me a little bit. But the part of his promo on SmackDown where he apologized to people for, or it was Raw, whatever it was, it was in Cleveland, it was Raw, I'm sorry, for the disappointment in the way he left. I felt that was more heartfelt than people really realized.
Yeah.
And it went a long way for me as a fan to hear him say that, not just to Cleveland, because he was apologizing to everybody at home for that too.
Right.
So that went a long way for me as a wrestling fan, as a CM Punk fan, because my friendship with who I was friends with during the summer of Punk notwithstanding, I am a fan, and it was very difficult to be a fan of his. That summer 2011, and then while he was gone from wrestling, very hard. His meeting my dad went a long way to correct that. So anyway, we went off on tangents.
There that night in Cleveland 10 years ago. I was there. That was my first ever Raw.
Yeah.
So hearing him say that I think is what did it for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, was that, and then what he's been doing reportedly in NXT yesterday and today reportedly. That's just freaking great to see.
I feel like the environment of WWE is far more of a professionally handled company than AEW. AEW is definitely a wrestling company, but with Tony not being there the entire time, with him not wanting to delegate stuff like that falls through the cracks, and then you have the WCW problem of the inmates running the asylum. He's not learning from their past mistakes. He's bringing in people, which is cool and whatnot. You're getting to see a lot of matches that you wouldn't otherwise see. But control of that. And he does that. He takes care of the Jaguars with his dad. And, he has his hands in so many places that he's spreading himself too thin.
Oh, you're right.
He needs to be able to delegate authority, and that's why he has the people he has in place. He needs to give them the ability to handle the talent relations, because whatever's happening there is not working. There feels like a lot of unrest in AEW. And from a wrestling fan standpoint, I don't want to see that. No. I want to see WWE and AEW on the level that WWF and WCW were in the late 90s. That's what I want to see. In the mid to late 90s, 96 to 98. That's what I want to see. I want to see that level of competition, that level of excitement for both programs. I don't want to see what happened in WCW 2000, 2001 happen to AEW.
Yeah. Greg, for me, people get on my case for quoting this podcast almost as much as people get on your and Josh's case for quoting Sean. Bischoff, to Tony was saying at the very beginning, we're not going to make the same mistakes WCW did. The overall corporate structure has too many hands in the cookie jar. They're not delegating authority properly. their run, WCW was run like a television company that happened to have a wrestling, division. AEW is being run like a glorified independent promotion that a fanboy got money and put his hands on. And I'm not purposely trying to attack Tony with the word family. It's a very negative connotation, but that's what's happening. And it's frustrating as a fan because we know what the people on the roster are capable of. We see in them when they're in environments that aren't so batshit crazy. But the environment, like you said, the environment is just not professional. That's the issue.
I think that's the topic for next week's show.
There you go.
What is going wrong with AEW?
Perfect.
Because we do not want AEW to fail.
No.
So that's going to be next episode. I typically don't plan episodes that far in advance. The last one I did was the Women in Wrestling one, and that one was awesome. So next week's show is going to be what is wrong with AEW. So I hope you guys tune in for that.
Book it, Dano.
That Saturday for the Christmas show, that's going to be a whole bunch of fun. We're going to have games. If people want to donate for spins, we'll do spins. We'll do all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a blast. So check that out. I'll hide the comment. It is Saturday, December 16th, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Eastern. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, 4 p.m. Eastern. So if you follow me there you go. I will likely be Zach's asking if Joe's happening. I have nothing planned for Joe. I have no plans.
We briefly talked about it where it's probably going to be like we're doing the Luck of the Draw the same week as the Price is Right. Joe's tentative is the same week as Wrestling Karaoke, that week before WrestleMania week, if that makes any sense. You and I were talking about that very brief, very, very preliminary talk, like very, very preliminary. But
Daddy needs Goldie back.
I do.
That's held on to that for a long time, the joke coach. But it's 8 o'clock. It's Dynamite. Hopefully it's a good show tonight. Until Saturday, thank you very much for watching. Don't be a jag, and we'll see you next time on the Great Joe Show. Have a good one.